They're generating enough electricity for 23,000 homes right now.
I mean, I don't know what that
That's a lot of homes. Me either.
I wonder if it's.
11,000 feet per second.
But does it show the schedule, like what it's gonna be predicted? That's the question. When does it kick 2 on versus 1 versus 3?
There's Sunday,
versus
Monday,
4?
Tuesday. 12 a.m. to 7 a.m. No generators. Two
And then turn it on
generators,
at
7 a.m. until 10 p.m. So they're generating during the day, which is what makes sense. The hotter it is, if it's anything like TVA or anywhere else, the hotter it is, the more they generate because they use more electricity and there's no way.
Give us a house tour.
This week. You want the house tour? Why are you starting in the kitchen? Let's start outside. What's wrong with you? Let's start right here with the house tour, not in the kitchen. Because the first thing that I want to show you is like turn the camera around right here. Here, and I'm gonna walk. Now the question is how do you get from down that single lane road into here with our rigs, turn them around in this, and get parked there? It's gonna be a fiasco this week, but that's the only problem we have. I'm gonna be happy. Grill rolled right out of the garage. I'm happy about this. It's one of those ones where you can raise and lower the tow levels and stuff. Really happy about that. Got a badass garage. Work on tackle if it's raining. All right, now let's do the house tour. I got lounging and relaxing John Sokup. Everyone wants to know why our videos are so dark, and I said it's because the houses that we stay in have no lights. This is actually probably one of the better ones. All right, let's go to the kitchen. Cool feature about this house, it's got its very own, very cool ice maker that makes those cool cubes. So, homemade ice. Actually, we could probably load our boats with that ice in the morning. Fridge full of food, just like always, cooking. Waters, a couple beers. Dining room table that I would like to have, actually. Dude, I would like to have this sucker. Seats a lot of people right here. See if we can find a light. There we go. And a panoramic view of the lake. This is a very nice table. We are on, where are we? Oh, we're in Alabama. We're in Alabama. Lake, not Neely Henry.
Play.
Not Jordan. We're on Lay Lake. Yeah, L-A-Y. We're on Lay Lake, Coosa River, Alabama. And we're at the bottom end of it here at this joint. But this is the very beginning. Tomorrow will be the very first day of practice. And this is I left the suck bus in Oklahoma, in case y'all don't know. I've been driving it for 2 weeks. I'm not driving it anymore. I left it out there. So, Lay Lake. Looking forward to it. Come on, let's go look at the rest of the house. Big screen TV. This is mine and Travis's bathroom. Here's my bedroom. Like I said, the lighting never works these houses. Big John's bedroom. He has no lighting either. And he's got the master suite this week. I think I've had it almost every house this year, but he rented the house this week, so it's all his. He's got his own bathroom and stuff. And then Travis's room. Look at this. Travis could have some more guys here with him if he wanted to, so plenty of beds. You guys want to stay here, hit us up. Got room. $300 a night per bed. It is Monday morning, first day of practice. Alabama, Coosa River, somewhere. Lay Lake.
You were meant to be together. Think you'll make the perfect pair. You'll never change for the better. It's not like you'd even care. You go and fall for make the perfect pair. It won't be happy ever after.
We are finagling parking, and it is the most finagling you have ever seen. I mean, we're turning this thing around in a closet. 2 trucks. He's a bull in a china closet. I saw him yesterday doing it, and he don't care. He run over some stuff. Wow. I mean, wow.
Here's the thing about practice. Elimination is just as important as catching. There's plenty of good practices where I've caught the crap out of them and I eliminated nothing, and then tournament time, it's horrible.
I'm glad you're positive.
Well, it helps. I caught another good one.
Got another 4-pounder.
Yeah, I thought it was a spot. But here's the thing I can't figure out. If they don't eat it before it hits the ground, they won't eat it. They won't pick it up off the bottom of my head. But I've tried to throw a drop shot at these same fish, and they won't even follow it down. I'm wondering about like powered drop shotting a freaking 10-inch worm. So they follow it down, and then it stops up. I don't know.
You said some of them are 3 foot deep.
They're 3 foot down in 12-foot water.
I'm with you.
Yeah,
Spook.
I know. I was thinking spook too.
That would be my
There's,
suggestion.
there's bait everywhere, so I think you could probably spook the snot out of them in the
Big
morning.
spook, slow, call them up. They make them up out of those trees and kill it.
I literally was thinking the whole phrase, call them up. I was thinking that before that big worm actually started getting. Oh, that's
Killer Hogs Barbecue. How many dogs did you fish yesterday, John?
Many dogs?
My goal coming in here was to figure out how to get some bites. I mean, not just find some fish or have an idea where some fish are, but actually know a couple different ways to catch them. And it didn't happen yesterday at all. I definitely found some areas, one area in particular that has no fish, that's for sure. Probably spent too long in there. And then the few fish that I'm around, I'm not getting them to bite very successfully, so maybe today I work on a little bit harder how to catch them, but man, I don't know. I want to catch them with a bait caster and not have to use a spinning rod, but I really don't want to have to use a spinning rod starting out at all, because it won't be a good tournament if I do. But the buzz bait and top water and frog was terrible yesterday. And then I'm kind of falling in that same trap that I'm like, well, maybe it's part of the lake that I'm in. It's probably not, you know. So I don't know. I know that I spent a lot of time with a frog and a jig in my hand yesterday and didn't have very many bites. So on them, matter of fact, I think I had one frog bite all day long. I had 0 swim jig bites, and I had it was really that bad. What a morning. I don't know. I don't know. There's a few left that I can see that are spawning, and they're not very big, and there's not very many of them, and they've been there a long time. So, I hope we find some more productive water today. It's got a little bit more. Feeding the fish. That's what I'd like to find today. A fish that's actually chasing and feeding. Rainstorm and the lightning. Whew. Sucking. I think I'm gonna be bed fishing, I guess, a little bit. I don't know how we always end up doing that. So there's some males, some fry garters, some spawn related fish, but yeah, I hadn't seen one. I hadn't even seen a 3-pounder, but there's some fish doing it, so we'll go chase them. I feel like I can get some bites, so that was my game plan for practice, was just figure out how to get some bites. And I've got 2 ways I can get some bites. I can get bit with a crankbait on some points and stuff, and I can get bit chasing spawning related fish, whether they're fry garters, on a bed, thinking about a bed. But I just hadn't seen a good one yet. But maybe over the next 3 days. I've really got to think about what I'm gonna do tomorrow, because I still kind of want to go for the Gusto, and I hadn't found that, and I'm wondering if it's further up lake. And maybe it's not, but I'm thinking maybe I could go up there in the morning and spend 3 or 4 hours just power fishing and see if I run into it, shad spawn, that kind of stuff, where like all of a sudden fishing gets easy and it's not hard. And then if that doesn't happen, then go back to looking again and spending my time finding some more bays. It's either that or you spend all your time doing this, and like I said, I just hadn't seen that much, and maybe when this is over I'm wishing I'd spent all my time looking, but I don't know, man. Leave that for John Cox. He just won last week, and I seen him 3 times and he ain't doing nothing but looking. I think it's the only thing he does. I don't think he fishes any other way. I think he sight fishes every single event. You can't smell dinner over the camera, but I'll show you. Well, it's not done yet, so we can't. Rice, which I've done many times before in videos. And tonight, you ready? I think it's gonna have some light here for once. Pork roast. Oh, and the rice is done. Voila. Today I forgot it. And I mean completely forgot it. At 3 or 4 o'clock this afternoon, I was like, oh crap, I forgot to put the crock pot on this morning. And I called on handy dandy Travis, said, Trav. He remembered. I guess it probably at 9 a.m. you probably realized, hey, I'm not smelling anything. So we got dinner tonight thanks to Travis.
What day is it?
Today is Wednesday, final day of practice. This is check-up day. I don't even know what I want to do. I thought about it last night. I thought I had a game plan, and I'm still wishy-washy. All the way to it's foggy outside, wishy-washy. I don't know what to do. I really don't. Yeah, thank you. It's my favorite thing, land. It's world-class champion stuff right there. And if all else fails, you can always wacky worm it on your hook.
It's artificial.
I don't know. I mean, I just went and looked, all day, and I didn't back out. And there were times where I was like, there's nothing up here.
Mm-hmm.
They're done. And then I keep going. Because, I mean, I've been looking for 3 days.
Right.
And then I go, and then I see a couple. And then I see, a decent one, like a 3-pounder. Then I run some other stuff, and nothing. And then I came down there, where you saw me today.
Yeah.
Started running around in there. Saw some.
Yeah, they're in there.
They're in there. And then ran to a couple other places around there that they weren't in. And then went to another area that they were in again. And then I got in a bigger area and just put my trolling motor down and just went. I don't know how many fish I marked today, but it's somewhere around 40.
How many over 3 pounds did you see?
Very few. Very few. I did find one giant today.
Oh, that's awesome.
5 or 6 pounder. I have no idea if she's on a bed. I have no idea what she's doing. These fish are so hard to see and find.
I know.
What I can tell you for a fact, without a doubt, after looking for 3 days now, the fish, and especially the good ones, are in the grass.
Yeah,
they're in the
When I
freaking
saw
grass.
you, the reason why I went over there, this is the reason why, this is pretty cool. So I was sight fishing all down that other stuff outside those pockets. I was seeing what other fish are around. I was looking. Not seeing much anything. Marked a couple, but they're just not down everywhere. And then I scanned out in the timber, and it looked like some fish on the timber, and I had that wacky rig on. So I threw at them. I thought they were done crappie. The same ones that I've been pitching that 10-inch worm to, that they'd follow down and not eat it, And so I pitched that wacky rig, and it goes, donk, but I had my hook cut off.
Yeah, I've done the same thing on some docks.
And I was like, well, dadgum, was that a crappie that ate it? So I pitched again, and it goes, donk, and swims off and shake it off. I'm like, okay.
I love the white t-shirt. I do. I think it's that and your boots. If you'd put the white t-shirt with the boots and kick the sandals, with your pants tucked in.
Usually the boots come on when the water's cold. They're with me, though. I got them with me.
Dude, you'd be making a fashion statement.
Maybe I'll wear them tomorrow for good luck.
I mean,
They got like 1,000 milligrams.
even the rednecks in Alabama couldn't pull that off. Hey guys, it's dark as hell. Glad you're here. Thanks for joining us. This is the end of practice. Day 3, done. Practice is a wrap. How was practice? It ended sight fishing and dock fishing and crankbaiting and a lot of ways that I didn't see it going, but man, I spent a lot of time looking for 3 days, and it is hard to get a bite. Very hard to get a bite. This derby, you're going to see a lot of spinning rod in my hand. I tried to power fish, and actually today on day 3, I wanted to go up and power fish some more in a different part of the river further up than what I've been, and I decided that some of those mistakes that I talked about in some of those other videos, where trying to do too much, covering too much water, learn how to get bit where you are, I kind of took that in a grain of salt. And our house is the bottom in this lake. It's where I wanted to fish anyway. So I stayed. It didn't go. And we had a lot of fog this morning, and I just put my trolling motor down, and I did a lot of looking. And I marked a bunch more bass today. The problem is that most, man, 1.5, 2 pounders, when you see a 3 pounder, you found something. I mean, it's a big one. There's not many 3 pounders, but saw some good ones today. Saw some 3s, and I saw maybe 1 4, and then I saw one big one. I don't know that I could catch it tomorrow. I don't know if it's on a bed. I don't know what it's doing, but at least I know the area that some of those fish are in. I'm gonna go pound on those because day 1, that's the deal. And then, man, I saw this dock today that had some fish on it towards the end of the day. I don't mean 1 or 2, I mean like 20. And 20 of the ones that you want. And there's something to that. And I hadn't been able to figure it out. I tried, I practiced very late today. That's why it's dark right now while we're filming this. But there's something to that. And if I could just get some fish tomorrow, just headed down that road, 12, 13 pounds, I'm gonna go try to find some more docks. That's really where I'm headed. That's what I think the guy that figures out that post spawn where those females have set up in their little groups, because they're somewhere. Whoever figures that out is probably going to be hard to beat in this deal. And I'll be shocked, man. Shocked if this thing turns out throwing a swim jig in the freaking grass and frogging and da-da-da-da-da. I've done a bunch of it. If they pull that off here, and I'm going to keep it honest, I'm going to keep trying even tomorrow. I'm going to try in some of those areas. But if they pull that off, I'll be shocked, because that's not how these fish are acting at all.